again. So we have been learning about the number line and integers and how to graph integers on a number line. Well, today we're going to be talking about the coordinate plane and identifying what a coordinate plane is and how to use one. So in today's lesson, we are going to be looking at number lines, really. And we're going to be looking at how there are really two number lines just linked on top of each other. So a coordinate plane also can be known as a coordinate grid. Coordinate plane, also known as a coordinate grid, is just created, it's formed when you have a horizontal number line and a vertical number line crossing on top of each other, okay? So it's where the two number lines intersect. So a coordinate plane is formed when a horizontal and vertical number line intersect. See if I can spell today. There we go. Okay, so, oh, and you cannot see any of that. My goodness. Okay, so it's when they intersect. So it is a coordinate plane or a coordinate grid. Remember, it can be both things. Is our horizontal or vertical number lines intersecting. Okay. All right. So it looks like this. There's our vertical up and down like this, and our horizontal number lines go like that. All right. So the next thing that we want to look at is the parts of the coordinate plane. So you have some graph paper, and your graph paper might look like this, or it could look like this, or it might be just graph paper that you have that you brought for school supplies. And that graph paper can be used by just taping it into your math journal. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this big graph paper so that it's easier for you to see. Okay, I'm going to start out first by drawing an x-intercept and a y, or x-axis and a y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to start with the horizontal number line, which is right here. And that is going to intersect by a y-axis, which is right here. All right, so let's go ahead and label this. This is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. All right, so the origin. We're going to start with the origin. In the middle of your graph is where you start. This point right here, this is the origin. And it is at point 0, 0. That is the origin. Okay, so the origin is where two lines intersect at 0, 0. So you have your horizontal number line with the 0 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, and you have your vertical with the 0 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, -1, 2, 3. This 0 and this 0 lay on top of each other, and bam, you've got a coordinate plane. Okay, let's talk about the x-axis. So the x, or the x-axis, is the horizontal number line. Okay, we use this in our ordered pairs of x, comma, y, and it always comes first. Okay, so the x-axis is first, just like in the alphabet, x and then y. The next thing that we're going to look at is the y-axis. Okay, so here's the x. It has positives here, negatives there, just like before. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is the y. So I'm just going to color code that different color. So the y-axis is the vertical number line. When we write the ordered pairs, we write it with x, comma, y. It is the one that comes second. Okay, so the y-axis comes second. All right, couple of other things that we should know about the number lines. So let's go ahead and put some things on here. So if I can actually go, these little lines right here are what we count by. We don't count by the boxes. Okay, so you use these little lines, and this here is 5, the positive 5 on the x. Over here, it goes -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Sometimes you can count by 2s or 5s even. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Whatever you choose to count by will be based on the problems that you are doing. Up above, so above 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And below 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Okay, so we have many different points on our coordinate grid. Okay, within your coordinate grid, you have different quadrants. Okay, so you have different quadrants. This right here is the quadrant that most of you are used to being in. This right here, this is quadrant 1, Roman numeral 1. Everything in quadrant 1 makes, quadrant, I spelled it right, is positive. So positive x values and positive y values. Everything is positive. We go around in a letter C to hit quadrant number 2. So quadrant 2, again, we write it with Roman numerals. That is quadrant 2. The things in this quadrant are negative x values and positive y values. Okay, and then on our journey, we continue to form our letter C. We drop down. This is quadrant 3. Quadrant the 3rd. So this one's pretty proper, except this one's all negatives. Okay, so this one has negative x values and negative y values. This, while it may be proper, quadrant the 3rd, is very negative. It also kind of looks like a sleeping emoji or like a meh emoji. Okay, up here you kind of got like a winky guy. Here you got, oh, I didn't even notice this. This should be a positive. Sorry. That one you've got like the stars in the eyes. They're all smiley. Okay, and we finish out our letter C by coming to quadrant number 4. And quadrant number 4 is positive x's and negative y's. So positive, comma, negative. Again, this quadrant is opposite of this one. It looks like a winky face, however, it is not. I mean, it is, but it's the opposite winky. I didn't even notice I did it there too. Guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, my brain is writing faster than my hand is making connections. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what do these things mean. Okay, these things I put into parentheses. Well, these things in parentheses, these are called our ordered pair. Okay, ordered pairs are the location of the point or the dot. It's like an address. It's where the dot lives. And again, you write it as X, Y. So it also tells you how to find the dot. You go on the X-axis first, and then you go on the Y-axis. So let's say that they told us to graph 4, -2. And then we need to identify which quadrant it's in. So we would start at 0, 0. I'm going to add that here. Origin is where but this is also our start. Okay, so we start there. Then we're going to go on the x-axis first. So the x value is 4. Our y value is -2. So on the x, we start at 0, 0. We're going to go over to 4. And then it says -2, which means down 2. So I'm going to go to 4 and then down 2. 1, 2. I would put a dot right here. And then I would label this as 4, -2. That is the address of that dot. It's located in quadrant 4. Or quadrant 4, like that is what I meant. Okay, what if we randomly had a dot like right here? We're going to call that A. We're going to just look at it, and we're going to go, again, start here, go over 1 to -1 and up to 5. So the address is -1, +5. It's located in quadrant number 2. Okay, it is your turn for some try-its. So we're going to do some try-its now. And I would like for you to tell me, so here's your try-its. I want you to tell me where is the location. So tell me the location of try-it number 1, which is -2, 4. And the location for -1, -3. So tell me their locations. Go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me talking, and then hit play when you are ready. All right, so first I need to identify these as X, Y. I'm going to start at 0, 0. I'm going to go over to -2 because the first point is -2, so over 1, 2. And then on this line, I'm going to use my vertical number line to jump 4 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is located in quadrant 2. So quadrant 2. Okay, and then my last try it says -1, -3. So again, I start here, go over to -1 and down 3, 1, 2, 3. I have landed in quadrant 3. So I just write quadrant 3. All right, go ahead and answer your essential question somewhere. Hopefully you have more room than I do. So answer your essential question. What is the coordinate plane? And then put your level of understanding out to the side. When you are done, you may go back to the Google Meet and ask for help if you need it, or you can go on to your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.